Hello everyone, Piotr FX here, or Peter Fisner, or Peter, whatever you want to call me. Okay guys, so we got a warranty job. It's, you might remember this one, yes. I've done it. It was working fine. Unfortunately, I was unlucky. We can test it now, but the LT here, this button, is not working. So what it is that I gave it to customer for test, and I said please test it. I didn't have any issues when I was looking at it, but unfortunately customer couldn't use it. So I'll get a USB cable, we'll plug it in, and we'll see, because I've managed, to let's switch the scene. Okay, so we've got this gamepad as you see, and we've got a tester. Let's minimize me because I'm not that important. So what it is I will be pressing, this is working, but oh, now it's working, look. Yes, now it's working, but it didn't, believe me, it didn't. So we need to open and see what's going on, because from what I see, there is a gap. I don't know if you can see this gap, but it is a gap here, yes, which is not what we have on this side. Yes, here there's no gap. So if you can see it, great. If you can't see it, you have to trust me. Yes, so here is a gap. So it is, here is misaligned as well. So we need to open it and check what's wrong, because that's what's causing that this, when it's properly done, it's not working. Yes, so let's see. Unfortunately, you have some warranty jobs here and there. You can't avoid these. It's impossible. So yes, I managed to unscrew it just to save up the time. And believe me or not, I was doing Nintendo this as a recording, and unfortunately I've got one last screw here to cut with a diamond, because I couldn't unscrew two screws. So if you watch that, you'll know. If you don't watch, you will now know. So what it is okay, so it's fine. Okay, so everything is fine here. I don't see any obstacles, but what was just misalignment in the enclosure, and I see that it's aligned here well as well. Okay, so it's only putting it back together causing it to causing that issue. So okay, let's try to put it this time and test it, because I thought it was my gamepad tester, but it turns out the gamepad tester couldn't recognize it as well. I didn't have issues, since I started to use this gamepad tester, and that's why I was surprised that it's not working suddenly. Yes, I thought that maybe it's useless, but then again, there are other people who are using it and they don't have issues. Oh, with this doesn't go well now. Okay, so what it is exactly, so what it is this enclosure doesn't go thoroughly, and if it goes, this is blocking here. This element is blocking, so I need to make sure that when I'm aligning it, there's no issue with that. I'm just curious why till date, I didn't have an issue with that, and suddenly now is an issue. Quite interesting. Okay, so I was trying to be smart and do it from the other side just to make sure it won't, but no, it didn't help. So okay, I see that when I'm putting it, automatically it's doing its thing. Okay, I'll pause and I'll align it again. Okay guys, so I have to go for my son. I just came back and I found an issue. The issue actually was not my fault, because it's a physical damage to the button. I'll show you closely. Look, this button is going, you see, I can do like that, no problem, no big pressure. I'd say, you know, like, I don't know what to compare to, but it's no problem for me to do like that. Now look here, I'm using the same power, everything. You see, it doesn't move, doesn't pop in here at this place. So it doesn't, it just stays, yes, stays the same way, doesn't open at this location. Whereas this one it does make a gap. You can insert something into that gap. Yes, no problem. So yeah, it will require change. This element will require a change. So yeah, I came actually and I sit and I say, why I'm struggling with, you know, with this small thingy here, yeah, it's magicy. But I don't know which part it is, so we just have to take it to bits. And fingers crossed I won't have to desolder something, because everything else is fine, and only found that this one is broken. So yeah, and that's why it's causing this issue. I don't know if I would be able to glue it to be true, to not do it, but I don't want to have customer broken part, so that's why I'd rather remove it and replace it. Yeah, let's do it. So anyways, we need a small tiny bit. It's too tiny. Slightly bigger bit. Oh, that's not the one. That's Allen key. Okay, so I need Torx. Tiny Torx. Yes, okay. And we need some. Okay. And let's remove these screws here. Let's take it out. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, you can see it, but you don't see me as a HDMI 4K. So this one, and we don't need this. Okay, so I had it here. Okay, sorry, I should pick up the wrong scene. Okay, so now we can lift it up and take out the audio port. Okay, good. So audio port has to kick out. Okay. So now we have it, and now okay, it has these. This can go, but this was holding. That's fine. It's completely fine. Only the antenna here. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, the antenna, so it doesn't block anymore. This doesn't block anymore, and we can see more clearly. We can have more access to that particular problem. This wire is off. Now the question is how bad this situation is here, because from what I see that's the main board, main plastic, which is probably, because I didn't look that thoroughly, and that's what this look like. So if that's the whole plastic, oh no, there is, I see now, I need to take this one off. So we got clips here on this side. Okay, 1, 2, okay, and now this, yes, and now what's broken is this part. So actually guys, that wouldn't be bad to be true. Yeah, I see that now, then that's okay. So I can do it on a super glue, that wouldn't be a problem. Okay, I'll pause and I'll confirm by looking at the second controller, or maybe I got it here. Yeah, I've got it here. Okay, so fortunately, this is loose as well. Okay, so that's suspicious now. No, this one is stiff. That's the Microsoft one. So yeah, this one is stiff, and this one is stiff as well. So yeah, we've got a culprit. Okay, good. Yeah, and this one's stiff, definitely. This one is stiff. So I'll see if I can take it out quite easily. If I can, then I could replace it. If I can't, I can glue that one. Because to be true, I don't remember if I ever in my life I've replaced this one. That's stiff, that's really stiff. No, don't want to move. Don't want to move at all. So either I would have to replace the whole plastic thingy, which wouldn't be that bad to be true. 1, 2. Yes, screws seems to be in the same place. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, only that this board will have to be desoldered if that's the case. So let's try to glue it, because that will be less of a problem. And I'll pause it, I'll glue it. Yes, I'll use just a regular Loctite. Yes, nothing extra special. And I'll do this, and then we can go back to assembly it. Okay, so that stuff is drying out, so I don't want to speed it up, because I know it needs a bit of time. I start to drill in this in between. So while I'm waiting on that one, we can see the drilling process. So I'm using the drill here, which is a diamond one, which I was showing earlier on. Okay, so these are different shapes of of diamond bits. I bought them at Lidl actually. They were at one day, but probably you can get these at Screwfix and other places. So it is still on charge because I left it for 5 hours and it didn't charge well enough, I mean. So I'll leave it for longer, but I can use it well on a charging mode. So that's okay. That's good enough. Now we were looking at the scope before, but I'll show it here. And let us go to the HDMI plus 4K. So that's this scene. Let us turn on. Very good. And let us see the condition of this. Put some light. And it's here, you see. So we see that there is no screw anymore. There is only a hole in it, yes. So that's what we gonna do. We will just drill more. And we need to be careful to not drill through the, plastic. I'm using left RPMs as well. So let's switch to the 4K scene. Okay, let's blow and check again, because we are quite there to be true. This one. No, not this one. This one. Okay, we can see that there is a small how you call it, the difference in between the central bit, yes, and the outside bit. So we need this to be still drilled. And now keep on going. Yes. Okay, let's see if there's any change in the spot. No, you see, I don't see any change, and I give it a good, no, it is dirty. I can see that my hand is dirty, so it's doing something, but it's not a lot of progress, yes. So I'll pause it. I will go back to the gamepad and I'll start to drill it more and more. If I'll succeed with this, I'll show you, because I don't want to take your time more than, it's just for your curiosity how it went if you watched the gamepad one, yes, video. Okay guys, so I've unpaused it for you to see, because you see that I was able to poke and make a hole with this tool. So what does mean that now, because I was able to make a poke and go through to the bottom, that's mean, of course, I had to use some pressure. Then I have to be really careful, because I was doing it here on this one, and I've managed to do it here, yes. So we've got only the screw bit, the inside screw bit, and maybe something just a bit left over, which I wasn't able to get rid. But I didn't damage the bottom, yes. So I don't want to, as well here, I don't want to damage the bottom. I just want to scrub the surface at the top, grind it, yes, to the level that I'm able to just take out the case, yes, and then fingers crossed I will be able to unscrew the rest, yes, and then when I'll unscrew the rest, fingers crossed will be good to apply a new screw, yes. So fingers crossed. I'm going back, pause it, and we'll try to grind it now very carefully. Okay, so you can see that this time, if I would keep on going with drilling, yes, with grinding, then I could damage. You can see the white, not white, but chrome on this side, and then the top corner here, roughly it's blue one. So I count I can't grind too much, because if I'll grind it too much, now I will reach the plastic thingy, yes? So maybe we'll be able to do what I've done with the previous one, to just get it apart with this. You see? And it's going off. So that's a good sign. Okay, break it a bit. Now I can blow it. Let's take it again under the scope. You see? It went nicely. Let's clean the tip. Try to get rid of this rest of the thingy. Blow it. Let's get it again under the scope. Let's see what we end up with. Okay, we end up with a central bit, yes? So it is a bit of a problem sometimes when it's happening like that. But we can give it a shot. We can try to... Okay, here I've got better access. Okay, you know what? It's just a tiny bit here, I see. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see that on this side is just a tiny bit. I'll try to get it done. Okay, I thought I can do it. We will see. Okay, it doesn't want to go, and I can't see what I'm doing, so if I'll turn off the light, how it will behave. It's really dark. Okay, so because this light is this light is blocking me, to be true. So what I could do is I could grab another type of this tool, maybe this type. Maybe I could scrape it off. If no, I'll have to grind it just a bit, because it won't go. Yeah, doesn't want to help. So we're nearly there. You see, we're nearly there. It's just that it's just not enough. I'll try to grind it and I'll unpause when I'm done. Okay guys, again I've unpaused it. I'll try to just remove the packaging. We will see where it will go. So let's see if we can open this one first. Here's my plastic pry tool. Okay. So okay, this pop out. Very good. So this side is done. Now what about this jiggy majiggy here? Okay, this pop out as well. Look, so we're safe and sound. Now there are two cables. One is here and second is there. So we need to disconnect it. Oh, one disconnected on its own. And second is as well. Okay, good. So now we will need can switch off the scope then, and what we can do now is you can see that in this place and in this place, in those two places, yes, we've got those bits leftovers. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to unscrew them. I'm not sure if I will be able to do so, but I can try at least. Yeah. Oh, we had a card here. I haven't noticed that card. Oh, probably I did, but because I was recording. That's the thing, when I'm recording I'm noticing part and then part I don't notice, you know, so I'll remove it just in case. Okay, so it doesn't go easily. Like this would be some type of a problem with it. Okay, guys, I'll do it off cam because it's taking a long time and doesn't see any progress. So okay, so now the plan is to, you see this port here, that's the charging port. Okay, this charging port. So what we need is we need to heat it up from the back, add a bit flux, heat it up. We need to get some tip. So which tip I can use? That's too big. So I can try with this tip. Maybe not the best this tip. Oh, I see now. At the back it's loose. I can switch on the scope so you can see it yourself. So that's why that was the issue. But we shouldn't just solder the port and that's it, because this port is used, so it will be dodgy anyway. Okay, you see? So it's off, it's going off. Yes. So it's this one. So 4, 2, 1 and 3 are desoldered, and the ground leg as well is this one is desoldered as well. So it's only holding on one leg, on this one to be true, and that's it. It doesn't hold on anything else. So let us put this. And let's try to remove it now. Let's switch to 4K. And okay, so I won't be showing you. What I will be doing is, because the three of those legs are already done, I will apply just a tiny bit of flux so that it will help me with melting. And that's close to the plastic, so that's not something what I like to. Oh, that's even too much. That's fine. So yeah, I'll put it on now. I'll put to the max, so that's 60 watts. That will be too much for this small port, but let it go. I'll clean this tip. Okay, and because it's only one holding, I don't wanna, I can use even the metal one. It's just on the side of a plastic, so it's not nice, but what can you do? Okay, so we've got it, it's glued, that's okay. So we've got it out, yes? So that's what I was saying, it's just the one bit which was holding, and this port is used anyway, so it's no point to, you know, to do anything with it. So I'll clean it because I can smell some maybe plastic from this port or whatever. I don't wanna have a plastic on this one. So okay, let's apply a bit of solder on these joints. Let's clean them up then with this. Need to cut it because you shouldn't use it, reuse it again. You should always use it as a new one, because you can't absorb so much. So we start always with a flux, yes, on each of those pads. I know you can't see it, but let's switch to the this, put some light on. Okay, so let's add the flux. Yes, you can see even then this is like darker on the right hand side, on the bottom. So what it is just that with a flux it's easier, for those who don't know, to desolder anything. Now we want this old stuff back, I mean out. Okay. Can someone tell me why I'm holding in my left hand, why I'm holding the iron? Because I've got no idea, to be true. I've got no explanation to my behavior. Okay, so did I... yeah, I overflowed it, so that's okay, that's fine. Let it be. Let it be like that. More flux is not bad in this case. Less flux, it would be bad in this case. So now we will try to take it off, but if I'll struggle, I'll have to apply a bit of solder to join it, because mine will be not low melt, but it will be solder which is a PB. Yes. Okay, so it's going good. Okay, so I don't need to do anything. I don't need to apply my solder to lower the melting temp. That's good enough. You see that those pads are fine. Let's keep on going. Ooh, good. Happy days. Okay, let's keep on going. Too high temp, but it's on the edge, so it's fine. Okay, so we're fine. We can try to... yeah, okay, it's fine. I can see that. I'll go back to this. It's a bit burned, but it's fine. I can get the Q-tip or whatever, the earbud, and I can clean it, because why not? Let's get a bit of isopropyl alcohol. Okay. Whoa! Flying object number 1. Don't know why I'm doing it. Maybe to because I like to do more work for myself. And let's rub it off. Yes, take it away. Now we can apply new flux on it here, and what we can do is we can just put new solder and then this port and then melt it, and then that's as we can assemble it back. But I'll have to stop the video and make it part 1, which I've wasted 2 or 3 videos before anyway, because I'll try to remove the remainings of those screws. Here 1, yes, and on the other side 2nd one. So yes, although we've done everything great, you know, pads are not damaged or anything, I still don't wanna let's dry it out. Okay, let's try it out. But unfortunately, you know, you can't do everything right. Yes, so okay, good. Come on, flux. Not trying to give too much because I don't want to float everywhere. So yes, I could make a blob of this flux, but I don't wanna. Okay, I'm happy with what I've done. Now I've got a smaller solder because my solder, which I've got here, is a bigger one. So I've got a smaller one. Which is here, which I prefer I prefer to use smaller size. And let's thin those pads. Okay, good. One nice blob. Ooh, too big blob. Okay, that was unexpected. That's too big blob, but it should be fixed in no time. Yes, okay. Let's say it's not perfect, but it's okay, it's good. It's like doesn't want to go to the right. Can somebody help it? Okay, maybe there's no flux or something and that's why it doesn't want to go. Oh, that's a perfect one. That's what I like. I like it. Good enough, close enough. Okay, these are good ones. The only one which I don't like is this one. But it is holding, don't get me wrong, it is holding, so I've got no issues with that. It can be like that, it can stay like that, that's okay. Now we get this port, and I need to do two things. I need to unhold it and try you to see it with me doing it. I don't have a sticker. There was a sticker here, so let's see if that sticker can be applied. Where's the old port? Here. It's double-sided tape or something. I don't know what it is, but it is just to make it more stable. Okay, so if I'll remove it, I could as well glue it, but I don't want to glue it because if I'll glue it, it will be too stable, and then if somebody will try to rip it apart again, then we'll have issues. So what I could do is I could apply with a glue gun something, then that could hold. But then again, I don't want to, you know what, I'll put one dot of the super glue, just one single dot, because I don't want it to do damage and I don't want it to not stick well. With one single dot it will be possible to move it. And if I'll see that it is holding, then I can solder it. Yes, wow. Hopefully that pad is done. Okay, so we've got a bit of an issue here. It's not holding in place. I would have to okay, I see what's wrong. Pen has moved. Pen has moved and it's not perfect. See those pins that one went to the other one, like they went on a party or something, you know, they meet up. Yes, exactly. So actually we won't hold it with that super glue, at least for now, no. Yes, now it's straight. Now it's straight, now it should fit. Yeah, now they are fitting fine. Now we can try to grab them. I've got only issues with this plastic here on the right. So let me grab those two in the middle first. Okay. and that's if I would use hot air, I would overheat it here, so I have to use this iron. The only problem I'm having is it's soldered. Don't get me wrong, it is soldered, but it's not soldered the way I want it, and it should show charge, but the way I want it is a bit, it's better. Oh, actually, you've disappeared me. Okay, so this side is not touching the pad. This side on the other side is nearly touching the pad. So these ones have to hold well because this is a power. So I need to make sure that these has connection of their lifetime, you know, like the best connection we can do. If no, I'll have to help with a bit of solder. That's, if I can do like that. Yes, I'm happy with it. Good. And these legs are flat now to the place. Now I need I'm not worried about those two at the very end. I'll be doing that with no problem, but I see that I can't still catch properly these outer two layers, two legs. This I can't show you this one, so I need to see how it's holding. Okay, so that's fine. It's just less solder than I wanted. I'll just apply a bit more solder. I've exaggerated a bit, but that's okay. It's better to exaggerate it this way, because customer might come back saying that children done just exactly the same thing. Yes, and it doesn't connect to anything. That's good. Let's see if we can do anything. Ouch. I shouldn't solder myself. Yes, okay, so it is holding. It is a blob on the left side of this. So I don't know if you could see it clearly, but I can because I know how it looks like. Now what about this one here? This is not holding well as well, so let's add a bit of solder here, because as long as those four will look satisfying, the other two will be okay. Yeah, okay, now it's holding better. You can see the difference, at least I can. Good enough, the question is. For me it is. It's not as much as solder as on the right side, but it is good enough, I'd say. Okay, so now what about those two pickles? This one needs a bit moving, so I'll put my solder aside. I'll try to move it just a bit. Guys, I can say that I was doing it without the camera, okay, till December, and I've decided to do it on camera, and since then I'm doing everything longer. Yes, the same jobs take me longer, less comfortable, because I'm trying to show you. And if nobody would watch it, believe me, I would be happy to stop it. If people would not want to see it, I would be happy to quit it. It's really not comfortable to do on the camera. You need to have proper alignment of everything. So, okay. That has a blob, but still didn't connect. Okay, so that's problem. Can we connect these, or we need to do some jumper wire or something? Let us push it. And now let it melt. But it caught. Okay, good. I thought that if I will go. Ooh, it's stable. Me like it. Yeah, it is good. It is good. Yeah, it is soldered well. I'm happy with it. What about this right side here? Because that's the last stuff. Is it soldered? It is soldered. Okay. So this one is no touchy? Actually, it is holding well. I don't know if should I touch it more to be true. No, I shouldn't. I'm pressing and putting quite a lot of pressure and it's not popping out. So I can leave it. I can leave it like that. I could add a bit more solder to the top here, just in case, because we're here anyway. Oh, come on, you little... Okay, let's see what I've done. Have I made it worse, or... Okay, it's not connecting with the other pin, so for sure I didn't make it worse. Did I made an improvement on that? Okay, so I don't see any improvement to be true. Okay, I know what have happened. It caught from this side now. That's okay. This still, yes, still stable, still fine. So should we do anything or we shouldn't? That's my question. Okay, I know what's wrong. My solder doesn't want to grab. Anymore. I mean, the solder iron doesn't want to grab anymore. I have a flux here somewhere. Okay, we get some flux. Yeah, my solder refused to grab anything. It's overheated. I'm using still the full temp, so I might have issues. Yes, exactly. Because you know how quickly you can burn this tip on the full 60 watt? Really quickly. To be true, you can see it now even. See how hot it is? But it is not holding still. It's overburned. Okay, anyways, I need to disconnect it. Yeah, you would say that it lasts you for years. Yes, it should. If you use it on the full power, it won't. I'm telling you straight away, you won't have it for years if you solder every day with the same tip, and then then you expect it to. So okay, I think I'll leave it the way it is for now. Well, for now, forever, because I see that solder joint here, it's stable. I can't, I'm using a lot of pressure to be true. and it doesn't want to go off, so I'm happy with it. This one is stiff as well. This one is stiff as Stefan. This one even harder. This one perfect. This one has too big blob, but it's okay, it's acceptable. So guys, we can assemble it, yes? But before we will do anything, we just put the I'll swap again to this scene. I'll switch off the light on the scope. We will just put this one in order to connect the battery, yes? And that's it. We won't do anything else. Well, we will connect these two maybe. Okay, one, and let's connect this second one. Really, I can't insert a small. Okay, it went, and let's try to. I will have to fix it anyway because of this, so I'll have to take it away. Only what I wanted is this, to put the battery in. Okay, and get the charger. Okay, with the charger. It's a Polish plug, so we need to remove the security. Oh, no, soldering iron, don't do it, because if you'll do it, okay, then I might burn something. Okay, went smooth, awesome, nailed it, but it's not charged. Why it's not charged? It went okay, but it's not charging. But this has to be closed? No way. Okay, it wasn't connected on the socket, so that was for sure an issue. But it's still not charging. And we get it connected right. I'd say right. Okay, let's see if, no, that's okay, that's connected fine. I'll disconnect, connect it again. This is connected, okay. That's okay. Still not charging. But there was nothing else to solder. So the question is why it's not charging. First, let's check the charger, if we've got power on the charger. Okay, I don't have power on the charger. Why I don't have a power on the charger? The charger had power before when I was checking it. I need to disconnect this charger to see why there's no power, and if there's any other charger, I don't believe. Okay, so get adapter. Unlock. Good. Now here is travel adapter. Okay. Let's check this for power. Let's check the battery first, because the battery will have some power left. My meter is reading okay. It's showing 3.6 volts, so yay. Plus, that's minus. Okay, so my voltmeter doesn't show power, so that was the issue. Why suddenly my meter doesn't work? Who knows? Oh no. Okay, I've got a problem with my meter, really. I don't believe I've got a problem with my meter. Yeah, it's fine. My meter is fine. So why that battery is dead? Plus and minus. So I was right. Plus, minus, completely dead. This battery is completely dead. I thought that there was an issue with my meter. In that case I was right. Nothing's wrong with my meter. Okay. No. Disconnect it and connect. Connect it again. I'm trying to show it to you, but I'll have to swap it. Because I'm struggling with inserting it the right way. Okay, went in. You see, when I'm not doing on the camera, it's easier for me to do these things. Let's try to this port is not willing to enter. Why this port is not willing to enter? Oh, I see. This port is slightly higher. Not a lot, but it's slightly higher. That might be the issue. Why it doesn't want to go. I'll pause it and I'll correct it because it's taking me time to do it. So guys, I did find that the charger is faulty. I went to our shop called Sex and I bought a new charger because I need one sooner or later anyway, so at least I will be sure that that will be my known good charger. Yes. So yay, with warranty, so good one. And I've got Nintendo. Then when I went and I bought it already, I said, wow, we've got Nintendo Wii U, and probably, just probably, the same charger will be for the gamepad, which I didn't go and didn't check to be true, so I'm just guessing. Yes, I'm just guessing it. So at the end of the day, yeah, it is what it is. So now, oh sorry, it was on 20 volts. I thought that my meter was wrong or something, but I tested with batteries, so I know it's not my meter fault or anything, it just this charger died. What was the reason for this charger to die? I've got no idea, but I'd like to know. That's the point. Oh no. Okay, so is it me being stupid, or... Well, I needed charger anyway because that belongs to customer, and if somebody will come with any other type of fault, I wouldn't have it. So I better have it. Okay, so there are two pins which I'm trying to, yes, and these two pins in between each other, they have 5 volts. So on this new one, we know then that's the case. Yes, let's check the old one, which I could get the schematics as well to be true on Google somewhere, and I can check now this charger if this will have in between two pins, not ground as a outer layer, but as a ground. So let's look now here if I'll get as well 5 volts, because I will be then 100% sure that I've got 5 volts. If I've got 5 volts, I know that there's no, on this one, no. So yes, it is a charger at the end. The customer won't be happy, but at the end of the day it's not working. Okay guys, I'm back. So now we know that the new power supply is working fine. Yes, this one is working fine. On the internal pins, there are two internal pins. We've got 5 volts. Now when we can look at the charging port, where's the new port? Here. We should have in those internal pins, these ones, 1 and 2. I know you don't see it super trooper here, yes, this and this. On those we've got 5 volts. So I'll try to check if I've got short circuit in between them, because if I've got, then that's mean, you know, I shouldn't plug the power, because I can just literally damage something. I'm just wondering if I could maybe like that, you would see it, and if I would take it to the scope. Okay. Let's get my solder out away. Let's get my scope closer. Now let's get this board. Let's get this Nintendo here, which I was positive that it was fine. So if that will beep, what I'll do, that's mean it will be a problem. If it won't beep, then that's mean, yes, let's get it here on the meter. You see one, but it's not brilliant. Yes, you would see better not like that. Okay, let's do it. So what I'm gonna do is I will when I'm connecting these two, yes, or like this, to each other, yes, red to the black, it's a beep. So when I'm touching these two in between each other, yes, they shouldn't beep. Brilliant, they are not beeping. We've got rating of 551, yes, so we're happy about it. Now this to the ground, that's a beep. This again to this, and this to the ground, it's still a beep. So what's wrong here? Did I solder something wrong? Because that would look like that I did. But to be true, now explains everything. Okay, so I know what I've done. The thing what was underneath the port, that was the insulation, so that's why it didn't connect. Now this is connecting to the ground, so in that case we've got a short circuit. I've created that short circuit from what I understand. Okay, so it's my fault. Yes, and this doesn't have. Yes, where is this pin here? No, but this, yes. This is a beep. This is a beep as well, yes. So now these here, that shouldn't beep. And that shouldn't beep. But it is beeping with this. So okay, so I did solder to this element. So I think, I'm just thinking, I'm not entirely sure, yes. I'm just thinking that I could be the culprit for that PSU, but the question is why it didn't shut down, why it did, died. From my understanding, I've done it, yes. I might be wrong, don't get me, I might be wrong, but that's how I see it. Anyways, here is a bit too much heat was the last time. I couldn't try even with smaller because I was trying to do it in a rush. So we don't need to do the flux, I'd say, but we can do this. So what it is we need to cut it. Okay, and we can take out as much solder as we will be able. Is it hot enough or not yet? Oh, start to melt. See? Now the question is, you see how it's starting to react? That's what we're after. The question is if the heat is enough or not. Okay, it seems that like it's enough, but it's not pulling it, so we need a flux. In that case, the flux resin which is inside it, it's not good enough. Come on, I'm pressing this. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'm just surprised that I've done it, like a year's back and I was okay. Maybe I did mount the thingy, which I didn't today. I said, I'll do it later, and I've forgotten. And that's probably caused that. And then PSU could be a faulty one because of me. which is a shame, but it is what it is. I can only blame myself for not following the rules. It was there, I should mount it, and I can't blame anyone. If I've done something wrong, I need to fix it now. No time to cry over the spilled milk, we say in Poland. Okay. It should be simple, straightforward job. Believe me. That's what I was thinking about it. Simple, straightforward job. I was saying, that won't take long. That's just Nintendo 3DS. Come on, it's just the Nintendo 3DS. Now let's do it. Let's forget about it. Yes, let's make another customer happy. Whereas now, we had to have an issue after issue. So I do believe that after resolving this issue, we'll be okay. Okay, I know you can't see always, but I'm really trying to do it, not only to show you that. So sorry if you can't see always everything. I'll do the last pin and I'll try to remove it. Okay, so most look like, yeah, it's done. Okay, so what I've done is I've removed most of the solder. Yes, now by removing most of the solder I can try to lift it. Now this pin, okay, I'll show you this pin is loose. Yes, but these pins here, they are not. Oh, this one is loose. This one is loose as well. That's the ground. So I need to start from the left side. Okay, I'll start from the left side. I can use this to lift like that. I can just try to go with a soldering iron. Okay, try to lift it. Okay, I don't know what else is holding. Need to look from underneath. Don't run away from me. So let's look on this one. That's completely loose. Let's look on this one. That's loose. Let's look on this one. Loose. This one loose. So what's holding now is the back one. Yes. Yes, that's what's holding. That's why I say I'd rather buy 2 ports if there will be any issues. Okay, it's soldered. So what I need to try to do is I need to grab it try to hit it from the bottom and try to lift it. Okay, so it doesn't go yet. Okay, it's going. Okay, it went off. So now how it's look like. I didn't damage pins. That's great. That's great, that's great, awesome. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to look under the scope. Let's switch off the iron for now, because we need to tidy up that one. We can do it later, that's fine. So I'll do like that. And we see those two things here, those two pins. These pins shouldn't touch to this, okay? They shouldn't, but they did, I think, at one point. And if that's the case, that could cause the problem. Oh, I've got a really big bad nails. And who can do my manicure? Come on, I'm joking. Now, okay, so they are not connected in any way, in any sort. Okay, so yeah, so I don't feel a culprit here, because I thought that that was the case. Let's test this theory. I'll switch on the meter again, put it on this beeping mode or diode mode. Let's get probes. Beep, very good. So let's touch this one and let's touch these two pins. No beep, and it was a beep before. No beep, and it was a beep before, but I was touching from the top. Okay, so let's go back to the top. Let's touch. No beep, and no beep. Very good, so that means the port is fine. So what can be other cause? So the other cause could be here. So what could have happened would be that one of these two would connect to this. That shouldn't be the case, okay? So let's connect to this. Let's touch. It's a beep. Let's connect to this. Should be beep. Beep. Very good. I don't know about this. Okay, so that's not the case. And this as well beep. Okay. But it shouldn't beep to these, I think. But it does. It shouldn't beep to this, I think. Okay, so that would be a minus. That would be a minus. So if I'll do like that, this will be a minus and this will be a plus. But what have happened before was both of them were touching somewhere. So, yay. As we don't have a short circuit on this one, that means I could do something wrong and I could not maybe notice it. So fingers crossed, you know, I won't do a mistake one more time. But before me plugging power, I will check with meter again just before doing anything. So now let's clean it off. Let's get some isopropyl. Okay, let's get it, let's clean it because it's nasty, a bit nasty. Yeah, better. See, that's what it is. If you do it on the recording, you need to be like thinking so much more, whereas when you do and you're just doing it, you know, you just do these jobs. But I want to record all sorts of jobs which I'm doing so that you can see how it is working. Okay, so now I know that, okay, that's a dry side. I can do this dry side as well. That's fine, no problem. I'm happy with how it's cleaned. What we can do right now is we can try to solder this port once again, but I need to make sure that this bottom part of the connector, yes, it's not causing any short circuit. because if I'll have any short circuit again, then that's mean I'll be in trouble again, and I'll be wasting my time, your to watch it, because I'm not cutting these videos. Yes, so yay, exactly. Okay, so what I see is like this one is too long to the, sorry, I know you don't see it, but the last time when I was soldering it, they didn't connect to the pins, to the pads, I mean. Pins didn't connect to the pads. So I want to make sure that this time I won't have to use too much solder to do it, because I know how was wrong on that time. Now the problem only I'm having is that, yes, it's better, but it's not ideal again. So okay, that's fine, that's far better. About this one, yes, now that's better as well. What about this one? It's okay. And what about the last one? See, it doesn't impress me much. So okay, so now it's fitted in a better way. Now the question is, will it be okay on the side like that? Because that's what I want to see it. I want to see it like that. And there is a gap. There's a big gap. So now what I'll do again is I'll put dot of solder, and I don't want to touch that metal bottom part, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. See this metal which is underneath? I don't want to touch it with either of those two pins. So I'm just wondering, because the last time maybe the left side could touch, but the right side can't, because that's a plus. So I need to be sure that this time I won't do anything stupid. Okay, so what I'll do is I will tin the, I won't tin it, no, this time, because I've done it like too much last time. I don't want it to do it. I'll put the solder and I'll be doing it. Okay, we've got a bit of flux. I'm happy with that amount. So now the goal is to do this 1.5 hour job rather than a 30 minutes job, you know, worth our time. Okay, so yay, let's try and let's heat up the soldering iron. Okay, let it heat up. Now I won't be sticking the plus at the start, I will be sticking the plus at the end. What it is I'm trying to see if I can can't do anything here because I can't press it and hold it and solder it. So the best way would be to grab the solder on the, but this one might not hold the solder anymore. So let's see, probably I'm right and it won't hold, it will just melt. Oh no, now it's holding. Very good. Okay, so I need to align this properly. So what it is that I want it to go out more, all like that. Okay, even more. Good. And should I press it now? Because it's roughly, okay, it's slightly too much, but I do believe that I have to do it. Brilliant. I love it. Brilliant. I really love it. I'm not joking. Okay, I've got another blob. I had another blob, sorry. Which I don't. Need to get another blob. Oh. Will you hold? Okay, it doesn't want to hold, so I've got a problem, because if it won't hold, I won't be able to. Okay, I've got another blob for the outside one. So, yay. Okay, let me. Oh, brilliant, guys! I love it. I love it. The outer two, I love them. I love them. Ideal, guys. I couldn't do any better, even if I would try second time. Okay, so now about the last ones, the 4 and the ground and the plus. Now what I will try to do is I will switch it off. I'll go with my meter off the cam, even like without you. I just want to check if maybe the socket is naughty. Okay, so I'm pressing it on the you see it, okay. So I'm pressing it on it, and I'll test to the minus. Nothing. To the plus. Nothing. So the right. That's right. Good. And good, okay. And that's minus, and that's minus. That's okay, that's ground. Brilliant, I love it. Okay guys, so if we know that that's fine, and I can solder the ground, because I know that, you know, it's fine. It's fine, and we haven't done anything wrong. Okay, I've got it. And how can I see it now? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it because it doesn't go to this leg. Oh, bit better, but not enough to absorb more. Come on. Yes, now it's better. Now I like it. Good, and now need more on the right side. Yes, here. Brilliant. Brilliant, I love it. Guys, I love it. Okay, because I'm OCD or whatever you can call it, yes. Now after the last situation, and I don't want to come back here again, I'll get a meter. Okay, I know I shouldn't, but I will get the meter. It's just that I don't want to have trouble. Ground, brilliant. No ground. Awesome, nailed it. Brilliant. Okay, so now I need to see those two pins here, those two, because this is popping out like a lot. That has how it has to be. Now it's low enough to get it solder. Okay, get a solder. Okay, brilliant. Yes, it holds. Okay, now let's put it aside. Now this can beep. Yes, this one can beep. So we are aware of that, and that's okay. But still, this doesn't beep. You see? So that's brilliant. Okay, so let's do the other one. Okay, it's lower. Adjust a bit. Okay, I like from this angle, and I like from this one as well. Okay, so let's touch it, and let's do the last touch. No. Or yes. I don't see it, guys. I really don't see it. I feel there's a gap. Okay, now I see it. The question is, doesn't connect to the I'll switch it off. Does it connect to the minus or not? If it doesn't connect to minus, job done. Doesn't. Brilliant. Brilliant. Look, we are not connected. Yeah, connected here, but not connected here. Yes. So I'll show you as well on the meter. Come on, stand, grandpa. Okay, so you see that this to here was a beep before, yes, and now it's not, and here is a minus, so it can be, yes. Now these we were soldering and it was fine. These were fine, so we're okay about it. Because it's a small space, yes, because it's a small space, we can't reach properly with okay, I've switched off the iron, that's fine. We can't reach it, yes. We could try with smaller wool or something, you know. We could, but to be true, it should be fine. It shouldn't do any harm. I don't like to leave it, but then again, what I can do, you know, like I've spent so much time on it, and if I would go for extra mile now, clean it, would customer appreciate it more, you know? And even if customer would appreciate it more, you know, what value it would bring and to the customer and to myself. I would try to remove all of there is, yes. Unfortunately, that's, you know, that's what it is. I could get a brush, you know, toothbrush. I could get this board out, and I could, you know, do it so that there would be no flux. But I'm happy that I don't have short circuit, so I'm happy that I can plug in the new charger. Okay, the new charger now, not the old charger which don't have power. But we can test it anyway, you know, we can put, fingers crossed will work. we know that there's no short circuit. No light, no light. I'll switch to the HDMI. Yes, so we can take it, switch it off. This grandpa. Yes, so there's no charging light. So that's a shame. So let's get this new charger. And that's light straight away. So we're happy to put everything back together and just make it working again. Okay, we don't need that light. Yes, we don't need that light. Switch it off. Let's get the scope off the way. Let's get this one this way, not the other way. Okay, sorry guys that you don't see, but it's just that two small plug and socket, two small ones. I don't want to take more time, but okay, anyways, so it fitted. Now will be a problem because it's a new socket to fit that into the port. This is what it is, it's a new one. So when you struggle, I found a way. You can press it slightly, it should fit. If it won't fit, you need to be patient and need to make sure that you won't damage anything. I did try this port and it struggled to enter as well before. So I have to lean, just lean a bit. Okay, so this is no go. In that case, need to do it from this side, where the port is. Yes, and get the port first. If we won't do the port first, then it won't fit, because the port is slightly bigger. And I was checking on eBay for different type of ports, but it was always the same port, and there was one with those no plastics, so yay. It depends if it's a newer 3DS or the older 3DS, but at the end of the day it has to work. Yes, okay, so it is what it is. Okay, for test will do, but I will have to do off camera. If I can install it properly, I'll be happy. If I won't be able to install, I'll have to speak to the customer that either I will be ordering another ports and I will be testing which one will fit better, or I'll try to grind this port to the level that it will fit. But I need to check first the charging. So that's the charging, because that's the battery in. So we can see if I'll plug that in. Yes, the new charger, I mean. Okay, it's charging, that's good. And I'll switch it on. We didn't do anything with it, so it should go on. Oh, 3D is stuck. Okay, anyways, that wasn't the point. The point was to test. So it is showing that the battery is in, but it does not want to go on. So what can be cause of that? It's a wireless. That's a volume. That's a no power. So guys, I'll have to finish the video because unfortunately I did struggle. Let's check what about this wireless. Yeah, now it's not wobbly on one side and it's not wobbly on the other side. So this can go back together. Oh no, it's wobbly. Okay, so it won't hold. If it was waiting for so long as I did that, and it's this, that's the case, I will have to replace whole plastic for the customer. So that will be it. So you see guys, no fix with the gamepad controller. I'll replace whole plastic, and the solder, because there are wires, I will have to desolder them. That's no problem because I've got this plastic, so that's okay. And I need to still find why this doesn't wanna come on, because oh, now it came. So it's a button. It came on. Only why it not straight away? See? It came on. And it's fine. There is nothing inserted into the game slot, and it's showing charging. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Okay, let's press the power off. Okay, very good. Very, very good. I'm super happy. So it was counting the boot process, probably. Counting through the boot process. I need to get cards now. I've got one card, and there was a second card as well. Here it is Pokemon. Okay, that's fine. No problem. Can do with Pokemon. Phew. Okay, so at the end of the day, now what we got is a bit of a pickle with that port. I will have to either grind it or speak to the customer. You know, if customer don't mind that, it will be something like that. You know, grinding or whatever. I don't remember which side this card is going in, so I don't have this at home and I don't play it. My children don't have it. Okay, so these pins are at the bottom. So I would say that this would have to go this way. That would be the case. But it doesn't feel right. Oh yeah, okay, this was feeling right. Now about the SD card. It's here. Okay. So that's showing which way. That's showing this way. I don't know how that's showing this way, but SD card. Okay, it went okay. You know, no issues with this. Okay, now power's on normally. I didn't have to do anything. So it was the boot sequence after the battery out. So it's fine. Now can read the card, actually 2 cards, and no comments on that. Okay, very good. So it is charging the battery. I'll need to wait and see before going to the customer. Let it charge, just let it charge. And I'll have to tell about the issue with the port, one thing. Second, that I couldn't unscrew it, I had to grind it. And what customer want to try with other ports, you know, like order 2 other ports from 2 suppliers, and and give the measurements of old port and the new port I have, or try to just grind it and fit it as much as I can, and if it will be poking out slightly, customer will accept it. So I need to leave that decision to the customer. I can't make that decision. But the console is working, so I don't have to do anything extra with this. I'll count it that charger was on me. I'll speak to the customer and I'll say that, I don't know why, but the charger just died. So what was the cost for the dying? I can't entirely be sure now, because I've seen that I couldn't connect it the way I thought I can connect it, but it was connected, so I'm taking it on myself. So yeah, exactly. So I've spent 1 hour 46 minutes on this recording right now, and the time off camera, and the time of going to the sex shop as well and back. So you see, so sometimes it's just what it is. Sometimes you can't make profit, you just make few quid for several hours of work, and you have to be happy, because that's what it is. Yes, sometimes that it is. So yes, I'm not showing you those simplest jobs, I'm not showing you those easiest jobs. I'm trying to show you those jobs which I struggle with, and those unknown jobs, like somebody will bring something and I have to deal with it. I got more jobs in a queue. We've got a tablet. The tablet is waiting on the connector, USB micro connector. So yes, that will be one of the another recordings. I need to finish this wireless gamepad today. That would be awesome. Now I know what I need to do. I can't glue it, so I need to just replace it with a black hole element, because that will be the easiest way. Then put it back together, and that's me. Guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've learned something from this. As you see, sometimes you have to solder things twice. Yes, not once but twice, and if that's the case, you have to. Yes, but you see, taking a recording, it's taking really a lot of time. So yes, unfortunately I could do it much quicker, at least half the time. But it is what it is. Yes, and plus now I know that when I'm soldering these connectors, they have dodgy pins, and I can easily with no issue make a harm. So I need to make sure that I will measure this before just take it for granted. Then I know, yes, because that fault of the PSU maybe could be saved. I'll keep the old PSU. What I'll do is I'll probably, I'm not sure, but what I would do is I will replace the transformer part, and I'll keep the cable with the plug, because I've got other 1 amp chargers, 5 volts, which I don't use, to be true, and they can be used. So yes, I might not fix the transformer, but I can fix that. I can use still it as a spare charger for any other Nintendo 3DS for tests. Yes. So guys, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.